Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to Railway Empire for a look at the brand new DLC that's just come out, Crossing the Andes. This DLC is £6.49 on the UK store, so expect to pay somewhere in the region of around $8. Other prices will vary depending on your region and country. So, our new DLC here unlocks the South America region. Now, we've had a couple of previous other DLCs that I haven't had a look at yet. They are the Great Lakes Pack and also the Mexico DLC, but we are looking at this one here, the Crossing the Andes, out today. As I say, $6.50 on the UK store. Prices will vary depending on your country and the region of store that you're connected to. So this pack here brings in 3 new scenarios for us to cover, covering the early history of railway pioneers in the Andes. The map expansion of the South America region is also available to play in free game and in sandbox mode as well. There are more than 10 new goods, including llama wool and guano, and 34 different cities to unlock and discover inside South America. There are also 2 new engines that have been added as well, the Kitson-Meyer 0860 and the Garrett 260062. So a couple of new trains for us to play about with as well, and a new feature that's been added in with the update patch for this DLC, which is version 1.09 on the PlayStation, has made a few changes to the base game. So the biggest new feature is character traits have been reworked. So before, where every character had one specific bonus, be it a boost to research or auction pricing or an increase in freight revenue or passenger revenue, now with this particular update all characters will receive up to 5 positive and negative traits instead, which will create a bit more depth and variety of gameplay, and we'll see that in just a moment. There are also 2 new members of staff that have been added available to us as well. The auctioneer, who can start an auction of competitors' businesses, and a promoter to help a city experience faster growth. Staff screen also now features a function which allows for the automatic employment of all available train personnel, which is going to be quite useful, I think. And there's a bug fix as well for the Great Lakes Pack, which fixed a mission block that could occur when reaching the 8 million company valuation goal on that one there, on that DLC. So let's jump in and let's take a look at our first scenario. So this is outside capital. The wealth of Argentina has been massively increased over the last years, and people from all over the world come to find their fortune. In order to not stand in the way of progress, the country has opened up further and further to foreign investors in the past, so it comes as no surprise that even railroads are in the grasp of European investors. You can see this one is set between 1900 and 1920. There are 2 others as well. There's Coffee Barons and Summitier. They're all set in the same time period, as you can see. We're going to be playing on this one now. We're starting in Buenos Aires. We have a million starting capital and 2 AI competitors. We're not going to change any of the settings. We're going to leave as is, but you can get an idea there of just where all those cities are and how many of them are there are for us to play about with. Now some of these are going to be locked off to us until we actually get a bit further in, I think.
Niles? Niles! Where is my little jar with all the candy?
And here you can see the new character trait screen here. So you can see the lady, Beatrix von Pomp, my least favourite character, is the one that we are playing with as on this particular scenario.
It doesn't matter what you do, just do it with style.
And she has 2 positives and 2 negatives, so we get 15% more income from passengers and mail, and express trains will receive a double bonus for ticket revenue, so very, very good for passenger services. However, she's a safety freak, so repairs are 10% more slow, or 10% slower,
simply don't have what it takes.
And she's a bit chaotic as well, so we get 20% less income from freight. That's not so good. So we really want to concentrate on our passenger services with the lady by the look of it. So let's have a look.
My name is William Clark. and I represent the interest of those investors who recently bought this business. Let me make one thing clear right off the bat. I am here to show you how to make business and not to hold your hand. I will give you a tight set of guidelines you should follow at all costs. However, your failure would not be that bad. Everybody is replaceable. The highest profits are coming from this passenger business, and so you will focus on that first.
So that's just reinforcing there that we need to concentrate on passenger services. And as always, it just goes to show that our expert that is along for the ride with us is once again a bit of a dick. So let's see what cities we can connect to. This is where we start here in Buenos Aires. We've got Rosario just here. We've got Cordoba just over there. What else have we got? Oh, it's a bit of a trek all the way up here to Corrientes. And I am going to mispronounce some of these names. That's only to be expected, so apologies in advance if I butcher a name. We've got Bahia Blanca down there, and Viedma. There's not that many in our starting area, is there? That's close by. They're all kind of spaced out quite a bit. What have we got over here? Tucumán, over there. Up the top here, Salta. I think that's it, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. Okay, so that's our starting area. Let's take a look at our tasks. So, we need to connect 7 cities to our network by the end of this year. Transport a total of 1,000 passengers by 1901. Achieve a company value of 2 million by the end of 1902. And by 1903, or the end of, we need to achieve a quarterly revenue, $250,000 from passengers. 7 cities in the first year that we've got to connect. I think that's all the cities that we've got available, because this area is blocked off, as you can see, look. Not allowed to build in this area, so Buenos Aires, Rosario, Cordoba, that's 3. Corrientes is 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we've got 8 cities. We've got to connect 7 of them to our network in the first year. That's a lot of cities. Right, so money's tight. We're going to have to start small, I think. Let's see what's going to be the best way to do this. Yeah, I'm very rusty on this game because I haven't played it for a long time. I've had a little play about just to try and get my head back into the game again, but I'm still very rusty on this. So I'm going to put a standard station there. I'm going to put a small station. I don't want to go down there too too soon. Rosario is going to have traffic running between here and Cordoba, so again I'm going to want a good sized station there. And I bet it's not going to let me place another station until I've connected those two, is it? No, I don't think so. I've got to connect Rosario first. Okay, so let's go to track. Okay. So one of these lines is going to be for freight and one of these is going to be for passengers, as usual. Now I've got those ones connected up, we can build our other stations. I want to try and get as many of these in place as I possibly can to start with. Cordoba is just going to be a small station, because again, I'm worried about funds. I'm going to bring this down here like so. push the line out to there. Okay, yep, happy with that. I do want a passing loop running through here, but what I also want to do is take advantage of the crossings that were put in, and we can now make these diamond interchanges like that. So I want to put those in where we can. Let's do one at this end as well. Excellent stuff. Now I can put my passing loop in. Let's pull that off from there. In fact, let's have a little bit more of an approach to the city before we do that. So let's start on this straight piece just here. There we go. So we've got our passing loop on there. I'm going to need to do one on here as well. I also need to take a line potentially over there. That's a long trek over there. So I don't want to overcommit to that just yet, but what I will do is, if I start about here, again, I want to leave myself some space. Let's go to there. And look to come on somewhere around the corner, like that. I'm going to need to go to building construction. I'm going to need some signals. Let's go to multi-signal mode. Place those. Change direction. And now let's make that stop signal. And that one a stop signal. There we go. Need to do the same over here. So signals placed. There we go. I'm also going to need some supply towers. I'll place one of those there. I'm going to want another one over here as well. There we go, because it's a long old trek. Okay. So we've got 3 cities connected so far. I need to get some trains added. So let's add a locomotive. This is the new Kitson Maya. I want to have dining cars and mail cars on these ones. Create a rail line to go from Buenos Aires to Rosario to Cordoba back to Rosario. There we go. Route options, I want this to be passenger and mail only. And let's get that train up and running. We do have a reporter available to us. Writes a critical newspaper article about my competitor and therefore reduced their income by for 10 weeks by 50%. I'm not going to get into that just yet. I'm just going to let this train pull ahead a little bit. And then we're going to do the same. We're going to clone this train and we're going to get another one up and running. So if I go to manage, no, rail line, there we go. Route options. And we're going to clone that train. Let it get a little bit further ahead. Wait for it to try and get towards Rosario if I can. it is. There we go. And we'll do the same again. When this train gets to Rosario, we will again clone it and get a third train running on the line. And then when that's done, we'll start looking at linking out towards other cities and getting those connected up as quickly as possible as well. We're into February already, look. We've got 3 cities connected. We need 7 in the first year. That's a lot. Speed time up a little bit with the touchpad. Slow it back down again. Route options. Clone train. There we go. So we have 3 passenger services running back and forth now between our 3 cities. Excellent. Where's the next one? Next one's going to be over here in Baja Blanca. And then we've got Viedma just over there. So we're going to do the same again. So I'm going to want new stations. Just looking to see what's what. Okay. I'm just going to go with a standard station here, a two-track station. There we go. Now I need to get this connected up before I can do the next one. Oops, that's a train. Well, we're going to need it in a moment anyway. Rail line. Don't need that yet. What I do need, track construction. There we go. So I want this to come across this way. Now here's an interesting choice. Do I go in the back? I think I will. So let's do that instead. Let's start here. Let's try and bring this around. This is going to be an expensive line, I have no doubt of that. Yeah, we're cutting through the hill, look. There's a lot of earthworks involved, so we can reposition this. And one of the things I do love is that, you know, we got it in an update a while back, is that you can actually, obviously you could place individual points like before. That's nothing new. But the ability to then manually raise and lower those is brilliant. Love that. And I'm trying to remember when we got that, whether we got that before. I think we got that before I stopped playing, or shortly after, one of the two. I forget exactly which. And there you can see we're balancing the cost of cutting through against building a big bridge over here. So let's look at oops, dropping that down a bit if we can. I take that out. This is obviously a lot more than we can afford right now. That'll do. Okay, so we have the route in place. We just got to wait until we earn some more money now, by the look of it. So let's speed time up. Try and generate some income from our trains. We've got another passenger service coming in there, look. It gives us a little bit of cash. We have a saboteur, don't want the saboteur yet. So we've got one train there, one train there. The other one's there. Okay, that's 208,000. It's not quite enough yet. You see we're just stopping for some supplies. Now we've got enough, so let's slow time down again. Let's go back into our track construction. I'm going to build that line. There we go. And again, I'm going to need to put in a passing loop along here. I think I've gone in on the wrong station here, haven't I? I have. Ah, nuts. Meant to go in on that station. Okay, end planning. Build that route. I'm going to need to bulldoze a section of track here. Get a refund, which is good. Oops. Let's connect that up that way. And again, that's... There we go, that's what I want. Build that route. Dips through the hill a little bit there. So along here I'm going to want a passing loop. That's 98,000. It's a long old stretch of track. Just don't have the money for that right now, unfortunately. Let's cut it down to 92. It's still way off. So we're going to have to let our finances run a little bit for now. What we can do, though, is we can... oh, we've got an inventor. Can we afford him? Let's take a look. Yes, we can, just. He'll give us a load of innovation points. No. There we go, research. He's going to offer us a new train there, the Garrett 260062. And we're going to take that because... oh no, it's just telling me it's in danger of breaking down. One thing else I am going to need to add in is a workshop. Sort of an engine shed, a maintenance shed, so our trains don't break down. That's going to be quite pricey. They're 80,000 if memory serves me correctly. Can I upgrade? Manage train. No, I don't have enough cash yet there. Let's speed up to try and earn some extra cash. Still not enough. Nearly. Need a little bit more cash. A little bit more cash. There. It's close. We're into May already. Okay. Now we've got enough. So we'll replace this. We'll get a nice big refund. Let's do the same with these. Ah, I wish I'd had that just a few seconds ago. Oh, that's frustrating. It wouldn't have made a huge difference, but it would have made a difference. See, one of our trains is broken down there. That's not good. I need to get some maintenance up and running in this location here. But what I have got is a train route here that's sitting ready and waiting. So even though I don't have enough cash, I can set the rail line up. So again, this is going to be a passenger and mail service only. It's going to start in Buenos Aires, and it's going to run to
well, the passenger trains are rolling. You should know that my employers have invested a lot of money in this company. I will make sure that you will deliver an adequate return to them.
We have an engineer available.
A skimming of excess profits will be done periodically. Keep an eye on appropriate capital reserves.
We also have some research available. What have we got here? Reduced costs. Increased time passengers wait. Yes, we want to focus on passengers, so we'll take that. Almost got enough. There we go. We've got enough for a maintenance building. Needed that. Desperately needed that. We're halfway through our year. And which task did we complete? Transport a total of 1,000 passengers. Okay, we're up to 4 cities. We're about to get city number 5 as soon as we can afford it. We need a supply tower along this route. This is a long old route. Let's stick the supply tower here by the bridge, I think. Plug the supply tower just there. Let's go into building construction. Again, I want a small station for Viedma. Let's clear off the existing track planning there. And I want to run that up to there. Ooh, look at the bridge. That's a big bridge. That's a monster bridge. Do not want to be building a bridge that steep. No. Grab hold of that one there. There we go. So there we go. That's made a significant reduction in the cost of the route from 500 and something thousand, but it's still very, very expensive. 211,000. That's an awful lot. I'd like to get a passing loop up and running so I can get 2 trains running between this route, but for now we just don't have the cash. It's proving to be very, very expensive. Got 3 trains running along this route here. They are bringing in a nice little bit of cash, as you can see. That's important. I'm wondering whether or not to just clone one of these trains and get another one running. on that route. I don't think I've got enough passengers, all male. Oh, we've got a...
There are
a bit
truly
of growth
parts of the government that are complaining about this company. They say the
here in
company is
Vietnam.
not transporting enough freight to accelerate the development of cities. Sustainable development? Don't make me laugh. This is a modern, profit-oriented business and not a welfare society.
Alright. How can we fix this? I'm going to try something a little bit different as well. So I'm going to break off from putting passenger service in for a moment, and we're going to put in a freight service. So I want a just a single... Clear the old planning. I want to connect that there. And I kind of want that to come down. No, that's not going to work. Take that line out. This is going to be a freight line that's going to run potentially between our cities, so I'm going to have to put in a placeholder bit of track, I think, like that, and then connect to that. That'll work. That's 39,000, so I just need a little bit more cash. Speed time up again. I just don't know if I'm going to get this first checkpoint done. Or this first mission objective done. Getting all these, getting 7 cities up and running. That's a lot of cities. Going to need a supply tower, which I can't afford. Somewhere on this route, probably here outside the station. I am going to need a new train. So let's set up the route from Norwich Cattle to Rosario, and then from Rosario to Buenos Aires and back again. Route options, this is going to be a freight service only. Save and end. Let's add a locomotive. Let's get a Kitson-Meyer. And I want to have... Oops, on the wrong train. A refrigerator car on that one. So that when we transport meat from Rosario to Buenos Aires, we should get higher revenues. We do have some more. Where is that? King of Rails, is that us? No, we're Dreamliner, aren't we? I think. Yeah, we're Dreamliner. Okay, so that's not us. King of Rails, it's Don Lorenzo. He's got 26 trains running and 12 for Roger Smythe. Wow. Okay, that's a lot. That's an awful lot. Let's take a look at our research. What have we got here? Increase the number of passengers in every city. Yes. We also have a mediator. I don't want a mediator. Don't need a mediator. Is that broken down? Oh, that's a random breakdown. Okay. Let me get my a supply tower in place. There we go. There's my freight train there, loading it with meat, so we'll get 20% extra revenue. What is going on? Why is that suddenly spun around? What is going on? Why has that changed direction? Norris cattle to Rosario. To Buenos Aires. Back to Rosario. Where is he going? That's odd. Very, very odd. Baja Blanca has a meat business. Okay, Viedma. Again, I want to try and get how many people on that service there. That's a bit of a shame. Right, what is going on with this train here? We're fully loaded with meat, so we should just go. We'll get to this platform and then nothing will happen. So we're going to stop here and nothing's going to happen. Why did we not go to Buenos Aires last time? We are going now. We've got a random breakdown there. That's not so good. No, this is a this is a service that we can upgrade, I think. Yeah, the Garrett is a mixed locomotive. It's a faster train. I'm looking at attractive power. Slightly more reliability. Slightly less consumption. Yeah, we're going to replace that with a Garrett. There we go. Locomotive slow due to missing equipment. Okay, so maybe it's a bit too far on that current. We'll take the security guard, yes. Maybe it's too far on that current stretch. Let's get 100 innovation points. What have we got here? Increased profits from mail by 6%. We're running a lot of mail, so makes sense to maximise our income on that. Got a stoker as well. I want this train here. Let's take the stoker if I can, because it's a long route. And look at all that mail that we're transporting there. I do really want to get this line up and running as quickly as possible. Where are our other trains? I don't know how we're going to... Oh, wait. Ah, look. We've opened up Montevideo and all that, those other areas. Ah, that's made things so much easier. Okay. No, they haven't opened up. They're still boxed out. I was really excited for a second then. I thought we had a whole load of new cities that we could access. And you can see these are our competitors over here. Is that Don Lorenzo? It's a big old network. I'm guessing that's Don Lorenzo. King of Rails. So yeah, we're kind of limited on our options here. We're going to have to build into Viedma as our next location by the look of it. But that's going to be very, very expensive. Let's at least look at getting a passing loop in on here. Has he broken down? No, it's just paused. That's a very expensive loop, but a necessary one, unfortunately. There we go, it's multi-signal. Place those there. Place those there. Change signal type. Ah, I see. It's only given me signals up to the supply tower. It's interesting. Didn't expect that. So we're going to need to let that train run through a little bit before we can get it running again. Or clone it. Because it's going to start in the same location unless I start it... No, I don't want to start it there. We'll start it here in Buenos Aires. So it's being serviced at our maintenance shed. Again, not many passengers, but a decent amount of mail, mainly coming in the other direction. A task is about to expire. I know, I just don't have enough. I don't have enough cash. I suppose I could try and take out loans, couldn't I? I could have done that. Never mind, it's too late now. Increase profits from mail, yes, again, because we're doing a lot of it. Banking activities, you see, I could have done this. Issue a bond. I can see if we can at least get an extra city or two up and running. So let's try this again. Really want to get the cost of that route down if I can. It doesn't look like it's going to get better than 220. That's an extra city. Where else can I connect? How many more do I need to connect? Two more. So I've got up there and up there. That's going to be our best option by the look of it, and that's a long route as well. That's going to be a horrendously expensive route. We're just not going to have the cash to do this. Yeah. We're going to fail our first task. And with that crushing reality setting in, I think it's time for us to end this particular episode. We'll pick this up again next time out. So that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with another episode of Railway Empire Crossing the Andes very soon.